I'm Anil Kumar, and this is the ultimate question which involves domain and range combined with transformations. A relation f has a domain x belongs to real numbers where x is greater than minus 8 and less than equal to 12, and range of y belongs to real numbers where y is greater than minus 2 and is less than equals to 10. Determine the domain and range of transformed function y equals to minus 5 f of 4 minus 2x plus 1. Now, to solve this question, let's first understand the transformation itself. Transformation is y equals to minus 5 f of, it's a good practice to factor minus 2, the coefficient of x, then we get x. 4 divided by minus 2 gives us minus 2 plus 1. So that is the transformed function. Now once we know the transformed function, then we also know how each and every point on the original function will get transformed, right? Now the transformation mapping, I should say, is from x value. Let's say we have x value and y value for a coordinate. Then in this transformed function, it should be what? X values will get divided by minus 2 and plus 2 because of this translation, right? So the coordinate points will be, for x, it will be minus half of this x, right? Let me write it in red ink. Minus half of this x, and to that we will add 2, right, since it is moving 2 units to the right. So that is the x value. For the y value, it is minus 5 of y value, right? So it is minus 5 of the original y value plus 1, correct? So that is how points will get transformed, right? Now we can apply this to these points also, correct? So let us see how the domain changes. So originally we have a domain which is x belongs to real numbers, so that x is from minus 8 to 12, including both points. Now if I apply this transformation on x, I have to really do minus half of this, right? So what is the minus half? Let's do the transformation, right? So, and do the calculations. So it becomes minus of, so let me write this calculation as, we are doing this transformation, minus half of 8, right? Rather minus 8. Minus half of minus 8, and we'll add 2 to it, right? That is this point. Now when you multiply by negative number, which we are doing, inequality sign will also reverse. We'll have this sign pointing the other way, x. And that also points the other way. And 12 will also get changed to, the new point for 12 should be minus half of 12, right? Plus 2. So that is the change in domain, right? We can now calculate. So we get what? 8 divided by 2 is 4. 4 plus 2 is 6. So it is 6 here. X greater than equal to negative 6 plus 2, which is negative 4. So that is the change in domain. Do you understand? So now the domain of transformed function should be what? Should be this. Do you understand? That is the domain. So we can write domain of this transformed function will be, now we'll just complete this off. So we'll say domain is x belongs to real numbers where x is greater than equal to minus 4 and is less than 6. That is the domain of transformed function, right? Now let's apply the same transformation and figure out the range. Okay, I hope you're finding it interesting. So the range is y belongs to real numbers, where y is from -2 to 10, including 10. If you apply the transformation, in this case, that is the transformation. You have to multiply by -5. So if I multiply by -5, so I get -2 times, let me write down. So we are multiplying by -5, the y value, -5 times -2, and then add 1. So that is the first point. Since we are multiplying by a negative number, sign changes. So it becomes greater than y, and that sign also changes, greater than equal to 10 times -5. 10 times -5 plus 1. Oh, plus 1. So that is the new range, right? So let's calculate. Minus and minus becomes plus. 5 times 2 is 10. 10 plus 1 is 11. So we get 11 here is greater than y, which is greater than equal to -5 times 10 is -50 plus 41 is -49. So that becomes the range, right? Let me put it in the proper set form, and then we say y belongs to real numbers, and the range is that. Do you see? That is the domain and range of our transformed function. Correct? So this is our answer. Domain, and here is your range. I hope you appreciate how we've done it. So the important part here is to understand the transformation and transform these points. -8 gets multiplied by -half. Half of -8 is 4, and 4 plus 2 is 6. So we get 6 here. Then half of 12 is 6 with a minus sign. -6 plus 2 is -4. So that becomes the domain. Interesting thing is, when you multiply by a negative number, inequality signs also change. See, it makes sense. X is greater than equal to -4 but less than +6. So we did the same calculation for the range and got our answer as y is greater than equal to -49 and less than 11. I hope you learn a lot from here. Thank you and all the best.